Grade 12.
Grade 12.
Anna Jennings, grade 9. Emma Jones, grade 9.
Thank you, ladies, for taking time to do this. So today was a time trial. Kind of good weather. You got it in before it got hot and the sun came out. How do you think it went today?
I think it went well. I mean, we all kept pushing and were very positive. When we were out there running, we were giving positive feedback to each other, and I think that really helped us accomplish our goals and trying to make varsity. So I think it went well.
Pretty well. A little sick, got my spikes, but just kind of was like, well, let's go out there senior year and push through. So I was happy that it just wasn't horrible.
Yeah, it seems like the course was just mowed yesterday, and as biking it, and I've biked many courses so far in the last few weeks, this is definitely the most difficult. Do you take it as an advantage, even though it may be difficult to be doing workouts and runs, but is it an advantage for later in the year that you've run on this tough course?
Yes and no. We'll do some hill workouts on Speedy, which is that big last hill in the last 800 meters, and that really helps just to kind of push through, because afterward that is just, you just gotta try and survive. So I think that's good, but sometimes it is a little monotonous just to have your course just kind of be that same run over and over.
Especially you can run it so many times, but there will be always different times when you'll struggle, and you'll always have to, every single time you go out there, you'll have to combat that. So it can get a little difficult, but it does help to know that that's when it's coming, and you know that you need to prepare yourself for that moment to get past it.
Yeah, and I think doing the harder course makes all the other courses seem a little bit easier when you run them.
Nice. Now I know next week you have your home invite here. What are some other meets that are on the schedule that you're probably looking forward to or excited to compete in?
Well, I really love the Norfolk meet. We always have just a big crew that goes there, and we have a bunch of pizza and fruit and all this stuff afterwards, and that's always just a really fun race. But
it's pretty great.
Yeah.
You go travel on a bus and get some buying time on the way there and on the way back before and after the race. So that's always a good, fun thing to do.
Nice. And that's kind of one thing I've noticed with you ladies, and maybe it's just in cross country in general, but I've been here a few times this summer and then this season already. Just the closeness and the team bonding and how all the girls kind of just click and hang out. What things do you do extra, or does that just come naturally? Or
I think everyone's pretty accepting to each other. Especially us freshmen that came in, they're always, yeah, come in with us, you can do it. It's very positive. They just want to have everyone be a big group and hang out. But we also do parties and sleepovers and dinners and all. So it's kind of outside cross country too. We get to go and be at each other's houses and kind of just have some time with just each other.
We have a little special surprise for you guys too tonight.
Oh,
that will help out.
Mom is the word. Now, talking to Coach H, and he was, I kind of brought up the surprise that, the top 9 is one senior, I think 5 freshmen, 3 or 4 sophomores. So that's pretty amazing, especially since you had a big returning, everybody returning from last year's state championship. That's kind of awesome to see. And does that motivate you, Anna, as a senior, that you have these younger girls coming up and pushing? And
yeah, it's nice to have some good girls that are pushing each other, and it's just nice to have a team that you always kind of know is behind you. At state last year, I was kind of struggling that last half mile, and then our assistant, Coach Simpson, just goes, the girls are right behind you, they're this far, they have a great pack going. And I was like, oh, perfect, because it just was kind of that fun motivation. Sometimes it's hard to just kind of be by yourself when everyone's back there. So it's just fun to have that kind of close-knit group where we all know we can rely on each other, even if we're not right next to each other, if that makes sense, regardless of age or experience.
Nice. Anything else you would like to add about this season or upcoming things? Something?
I'm just excited for All-Star. This is just the beginning, and I think we just had a really good start, and I'm just excited to see how far we progress throughout the season.
Nice. I know I'm excited to watch this season, and I've always been a little bit jealous of the Titan program of just the closeness, the family, Coach H and Coach Stinger and the other coaches are so amazing and awesome. So good luck this season and best wishes. All right. Thank you very much, Coach Stinger. I'm here with Coach Stinger of Papillion LaVista South. Today was a time trial. How did you think that went?
Not too bad. I mean, again, it's just a starting point. We're at week 2 at this point in the season. We're looking for things on down the road. We got some holes to fill in. We have good, strong couple guys up front, which we can talk about here. And then we have a little gap, and so we have some young guys that I've been talking to most of the summer here, trying to get them to move up and kind of fill in those holes, because we lost quite a few seniors from last year's team, so we definitely have some holes to fill this year, and that's kind of what we're looking to kind of slowly close that gap into our front group.
Nice, and I saw that, and I saw Clark and Ralston were up there, and I was really impressed that they were kind of pushing each other. And
yeah, those two have worked really hard this summer. I mean, Jake and Logan, they ran side by side. I mean, probably 98% of their miles this summer. I mean, they've been there every single day, and they've been working really hard. And I like those two working together. I mean, hopefully they can just continue to race like that as the season starts here. We can finally start racing and just work together and see what happens.
Nice. And you kind of mentioned this summer that they ran together. How was the summer running and kind of that team?
Summer running was great. As far as numbers go, we've had bigger numbers in the past, but the core group that was here of about 20, 25 guys, and we had numbers that were over 30 on certain days. But we had a real strong core group of about 20, 25 guys that was here really consistently and really working hard, which is great. You can have big numbers, but if you're kind of hit and miss here and there, and I like the group I had this summer, and they were here a lot, and they were working really hard.
Nice. I know you're having your guys' invite next week here, but kind of beyond that, because this is the beginning of this season, what meets maybe you may look at for like a litmus test to see where you're at, to see that you're progressing in the right direction?
Yeah, early on, like most other teams, I'm sure we're just kind of training through some of the early meets, and we get to kind of UNK, state course, and I kind of look at that as a little test and kind of see some different teams for the first time, kind of really measure where we're at, where we need to be in the following month. After that, the state meet, and especially you get a test to test yourself in the state course, which is a good thing too. So I kind of looked at the UNK as kind of our first real test and really see kind of where we're at.
Nice. Now, I don't know the exact numbers on your team, but it looked like it was a really big team. What are some of those kids that, whether they're the first runner or the last runner, anywhere in between, that kind of stick out just for their work ethic? And
yeah, we have we're right at 40 on the guys' side for our numbers here, and like I said, we had a good group running hard this summer. As far as we get into our JV guys, we have guys like we have actually quads on the team. There's 3 boys, there's 1 girl that runs. Peyton, Brandon, Chris Lute, they were here. I don't think they missed a day all summer. They were working extremely hard. To other guys, like we have a couple Cavarzagis. One that's going to be my varsity, one that's in the JV side, Kyler and Caden. List I could just go on and on with the list. I mean, we had, I can't the exact number, but I believe we had 21 guys that was here 80% of the time of the summer, which is considered like our road warrior shirt if you're here 80% of the time. And we had 21 of those guys that were here. So I can just go on and on with the list, but we had some guys getting after it.
Nice. Thank you very much for your time today. It was awesome kind of seeing the kids run, and I look forward to seeing them at meets and improve as they go through the season.
I appreciate you coming out. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm here with Logan Clark and Jake Ralston of Papillion South Titans. Today, gentlemen, thank you very much for being here. First off, on the day you had the time trial, how do you think that went?
I thought it went pretty well. Got to see how our teammates were looking so far in the season. Coach says plans on working straight through this one, so yeah.
Nice. Logan, how do you think it went for you?
I think it went all right. Just gave me some base to see how the rest of our team was doing.
Nice. Now I know next week you guys have your meet, and you're kind of training through these early on first meets. How did the summer go for training?
I thought it went well. Coach pushes really hard, harder than I think he has in the past. So we're looking forward to a good season.
I think Coach is happy to have 2 runners who are really willing to do anything. Thinks it's working.
Yeah, and that's what he said. I had just interviewed him before, and he talked about you guys and how you guys are pushing each other, and you can tell the enthusiasm and the excitement he had just talking about you guys and that team that's coming along to hopefully push. Is there any particular meet that you're kind of looking forward to this year? Maybe it's a favorite course that you like, or just a specific team that you may like to run against?
I always like our course, just feel like we know it better than most. And then I always think Bias is a fun one. Like that one too.
I like Belfort. I also like our course as well, for the same reason that Jake did.
Yeah, been on that Norfolk coast, really like that, just kind of scenic and on that Skyview Lake. Kind of talk about maybe the goals that you've set for yourself and maybe for each other, since you guys are so close together in running, or maybe even that team goal. What's the expectation for yourself, or even team-wise, as we progress in this season?
Individually, I just want to work on sticking with the pack through the first half of the race more, and then looking towards state. Very competitive finish is what I'm looking for.
I haven't set any goals for myself yet. It's too early in the season.
Team-wise, I see we've been predicted about 5th, and so if we can finish there just better than last year, really what we're hoping for.
Nice.
Team.
Yeah. I kind of go back with Stanger, with running and stuff. Is there any particular Stanger story you could tell me? Maybe a funny story that would be appropriate to have on that.
Just like a well-known team joke with Stanger is, for those that are kind of struggling in a race, is he always says battle. That's his
There's sort of things that he says during a race.
Kyler Kawasaki gets that one a lot. It's a battle later in the race. So that's one thing we never want to hear.
Nice. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for your time. Good luck this season, and I look forward to seeing out at races and especially at state cheering you on.
Thank you.